Chapter 41 The Mysterious 10 Elders. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the blink of an eye, a month passed. On this day, Yi Lin opened his eyes and took a deep breath. I have practiced the demon shadow to the first level, the 3 swords of life and death to the first level, the 7 killing fists to the 4th level, and the 9th level of chi training has also been consolidated. At this time, Yi Lin muttered to himself. After a month, he has gained a lot. It's time to see what my fate is. Cultivation, 9th level of chi training, fate, black, many disasters, numerology, bad luck, insight, fate. 2 days ago, Lin Zisheng, with the help of the inner door elders, completely cleared the sword intent in his body, and then wanted to assassinate you. After learning that you were in seclusion, he suppressed his murderous intent and went down the mountain to practice. When he went out tomorrow, he was followed by Lin Zisheng and then attacked by Lin Zisheng, but because of your quick reaction and many trump cards, you escaped with serious injuries, recent opportunities, none, bad luck, such as falling down when walking, and being cheated on when getting married. Comprehension, superb comprehension, extremely fast in comprehending various techniques. For the same technique, others need 3 months, but you only need a few days. Lin Zisheng went down the mountain to practice. Yes, the panel shows that he will be knocked off the cliff by the evil demon, but he will kill me tomorrow, which means that he will return to Qinyan sect today. Just in time to go and get some money. At this time, Yi Lin's eyes lit up, he stood up, patted the dust on his body, and walked out the door. When he came to the door, he walked straight to the outer door. Junior brother Lin, junior brother Lin, junior brother Lin, wait. At this time, a voice came from behind Yi Lin, and Yi Lin stopped and looked behind. Seeing Zhao Li running towards this side, looking at Zhao Li, Yi Lin's frown began to relax. For this senior brother, Yi Lin has a good impression in his heart. Senior brother Zhao, what are you doing? Looking at Zhao Li who was panting in front of him, Yi Lin couldn't help but feel a little strange. Junior brother Lin, have you been free recently? At this time, Zhao Li asked Yi Lin indirectly. Nothing happened recently, senior brother Zhao, what's going on? Junior brother Lin, I recently accepted a mission to kill 3 rock crocodiles of the 9th level of chi training in the Dark Moon Lake, and there are 50 low-grade spirit stones as a reward. I know that I can't complete this mission alone, so I came to find you to complete it together. After the task is completed, how about we split it 50 to 50? Hearing this, Yi Lin was about to refuse, but the next moment, he changed his mind and decided to take a look at his panel first. Name, Zhao Li, Cultivation, 9th level of Qi training, Fate, White, Numerology, Good Comprehension, Innate Divine Power, Destiny, Cultivate for a lifetime, and finally enter the Golden Core stage, becoming a giant within a radius of 10,000 miles, and finally die of old age. Recent opportunities, today. I found 2 old friends and went to the Dark Moon Lake to kill the monster. Then I found a Xian level upper grade moon spirit fruit at the bottom of the Dark Moon Lake. After swallowing it, I entered the Foundation establishment stage in one fell swoop. Good comprehension, your comprehension is beyond the ordinary. You can always understand some obscure and difficult techniques at a very fast speed. Innate divine power, since childhood, you have shown extraordinary power. If you embark on the path of cultivation, this advantage will be infinitely huge. Looking at Zhao Li's panel in front of him, Yi Lin's heart was filled with anxiety. The Xian level upper grade moon spirit fruit could actually allow Zhao Li to break through from the 9th level of Qi training to the foundation building stage. It was extremely difficult. Brother, you haven't notified others yet, right? At this time, Yi Lin asked Zhao Li in front of him. If Zhao Li had already notified others, then this opportunity would not be easy to obtain, and he would have to waste some words at that time. Not yet, I came to ask for your opinion. If you disagree, I will find someone else. Hearing this, Zhao Li shook his head and said. Well, senior brother Zhao, I have nothing to do at this time, so I will accompany you. Really? Well, let's set off now without delay. The mission deadline is tomorrow morning. If we exceed the time limit, the reward will be halved. Zhao Li said with surprise. Okay, then I'll go. Zhao Li nodded, and the two walked towards the outer gate. By the way, junior brother Yi, I see that your aura is not simple. I guess you have broken through to the 9th level of Qi training, right? At this time, Zhao Li beside him said slightly. Hearing this, Yi Lin's heart tightened. He had just come out of retreat and forgot to shield his own breath. It's okay, I just want to understand, I have no other malice. Seeing Yi Lin so nervous, Zhao Li said with a smile. At present, I have only touched the threshold of the 9th level of Qi training. Yi Lin answered casually. The two chatted while walking out of the outer gate, and the disciples passing by saluted them one after another. At this time, Yi Lin happened to see Lin Zisheng hurriedly walking into the sect. Name, Lin Zisheng, Cultivation, early stage of foundation building, fate, yellow, incomplete, numerology, superb luck, king of swordsmanship, comprehension of gods, son of heaven, reincarnation of a powerful person, fate. After many hardships along the way, he was about to break through the Mahayana stage, but in the end, he did not survive the heavenly tribulation and was killed by it. Recent opportunity 1. 5 days later, I went to Qingshan City to meet with my close friends for many years. At the bottom of the Tianzi No. 1 room in the flower building in Qingshan City, I found a Xian level upper grade Gingjin spirit. After absorbing it, my own defense was greatly increased. Recent opportunity 2. Half a month later, you will receive a 5th grade mission from the mission pavilion and go to the Huyan mountain range in the 100,000-mile mountain range to kill a foundation building fire monkey and obtain the fire monkey pill. By chance, you will find the fire energy of the ground veins under the Huyan mountain range. After absorbing it, your cultivation will increase greatly and you will enter the middle stage of foundation building. Recent opportunity 3. In the inner sect competition a month later, because of your excellent performance and strong cultivation, you will be favored by the mysterious 10 elders, so you will be accepted as a direct disciple by the 10 elders and given many treasures. After absorbing and refining, your cultivation will increase greatly. Superb luck, you have very good luck. You can always pick up opportunities on the way. Even if you encounter a life and death crisis, you can turn danger into safety. Kendo champion, you are a natural swordsman. You have an understanding of Kendo that exceeds that of ordinary people, and you have made rapid progress in Kendo. Comprehension of God, you have superb comprehension, and you are very fast in understanding various exercises. For the same exercise, others need 3 months, but you only need a few days. Son of heaven, you are favored by the destiny of heaven. There is no bottleneck in your cultivation. Breaking through is as easy as eating and drinking. Reincarnation of the great power, you are the reincarnation of the great power in the immortal world, but your soul was damaged on the way and your memory was sealed. After reaching the nascent soul stage, your memory was unsealed. From then on, it was like a carp leaping over the dragon gate, and everything went smoothly all the way. Looking at Lin Zisheng's panel, Yi Lin thought in his heart that his original fate had changed. This time, he did not even break through the Mahayana stage, and his fate became incomplete. The second is that the opportunity that could have been stable to break through the middle stage of foundation building was snatched by him in advance, so that this guy has not broken through the middle stage of foundation building yet. In addition, this guy's opportunity has been refreshed again, and this time the opportunity is more powerful than the other, but this mysterious 10th elder made Yi Lin fall into deep thought. As everyone knows, Qingyun sect only has 9 outer elders and 9 inner elders. As for this mysterious 10th elder, Yi Lin is a little puzzled. Chapter 42 Moon Spirit Fruit. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, Lin Zisheng just glanced at Yi Lin and hurriedly walked towards the inner door, as if there was something important. Senior brother, how many elders are there in my sect's inner sect? At this time, Yi Lin said intentionally or unintentionally. Hearing this, Zhao Li glanced at Yi Lin and then spoke. There are only 9 elders in my sect's inner sect, and they are all masters at the late stage of foundation building. After Zhao Li finished speaking, he pursed his lips, then looked around and found that there was no movement, then whispered to Yi Lin. By the way, I have a little tidbit, please don't tell others. It is said that our sect also has an extremely mysterious inner sect elder who possesses the ultimate cultivation level of the golden core stage. But I've been in seclusion all day, so I can't be sure whether it's true or not. Moreover, it is said that this elder is still a woman. I don't know if this is true or not, but don't tell others nonsense. After Zhao Li finished speaking, Yi Lin nodded. Of course, just to get to know it. Is there really such a mysterious 10th elder, the golden core stage? Yi Lin secretly thought to himself, this is really outrageous for the inner sect elder of the golden core stage. You know, in other sects, people in the golden elixir stage can hold the position of supreme elder. Junior brother, we are here. After listening to Zhao Li's words, Yi Lin looked forward. Dark Moon Pond is located on the outskirts of Shiwanli Mountain. It's right here. The water sources in several villages down the mountain all come from Dark Moon Pond. And just a few days ago, 3 rock crocodiles with the 9th level of Qi training suddenly appeared in Dark Moon Pond. As a result, the water sources in several villages down the mountain were cut off. Our goal is to kill these 3 rock crocodiles. Junior brother, you can restrain one end in a moment, and I'll deal with the other 2. Be careful. Zhao Li said to Yi Lin seriously. Dark Moon Pool is a pool with a diameter of only about 50 meters. On the edge of the pool, 3 crocodiles with a length of 8 to 9 meters can be found entrenched. This crocodile is different from ordinary crocodiles. The scales on this rock crocodile's body are all khaki, and its defense power is amazing. What's more, the rock crocodile is at the 9th level of Qi training. It can be said that a monk in the Qi training stage without the help of spiritual treasures cannot break the rock crocodile's defense at all. Senior brother, this rock crocodile's defense is invincible. I'm afraid the 2 of us can't even break through his defense, right? At this time, Yi Lin turned to look at Zhao Li. Don't worry, I have been prepared for this mission. I specially lent my senior brother's spiritual treasure for this mission. At this time, Zhao Li pulled out a long sword from behind. It was a high-grade yellow rank long sword. Junior brother, I'm going up first. Just help me contain one end. I'll help you after I kill the other 2. After Zhao Li finished speaking, he rushed towards the 3 rock crocodiles in front of him. The rock crocodiles who were basking in the sun suddenly noticed the stranger in front of them. They moved their tibias and crawled towards Zhao Li at an extremely fast speed. Yi Lin, on the other hand, did not test it. He jumped out and punched one of the rock crocodiles, immediately attracting the firepower of the rock crocodile. 3-headed 9-layer rock crocodiles that practice Qi. Even without the aid of a long sword, I can easily kill them. Yi Lin, who was forced back by the rock crocodile, thought to himself. Looking at Zhao Li's side, he was assisted by a yellow-grade high-grade long sword, which was like a divine help. He had already killed 1 rock crocodile and was fighting another rock crocodile. If I catch the rock crocodile's blow and fall to the bottom of the lake, then I won't arouse the slightest suspicion from Zhao Li when I get the treasure and then go up. At this time, Yi Lin suddenly had a plan in mind. Seeing that the time was almost up, Yi Lin raised his hand to block the tail of the rock crocodile in front of him. The next moment, Yi Lin was whipped away by the tail of the rock crocodile, and his whole body fell to the bottom of the lake and disappeared. Junior brother. Zhao Li, who had killed the rock crocodile in front of him with 1 sword, heard the movement and turned around to look, and immediately found Yi Lin who had been whipped into the lake by the rock crocodile's tail. Damn it! At this time, Zhao Li cursed secretly, and immediately charged towards the rock crocodile with his long sword. Yi Lin had already swam towards the bottom of the lake. After arriving at the bottom of the lake, Yi Lin saw the shining moon spirit fruit at a glance. Almost mature. Now I know what those 3 rock crocodiles are for. Looking at the moon spirit fruit in front of him, Yi Lin thought to himself, the moon spirit fruit in front of me was obviously about to mature, and the sensitivity of monster beasts to heaven and earth spiritual treasures was much stronger than that of human monks. The 3 rock crocodiles above must have come for the moon spirit fruit in front of them. You're mine now. Yi Lin stepped forward, grabbed the Yueling fruit, broke it, put it into the space ring, and then swam towards the lake. Damn it, you die. Zhao Li tried his best to kill the rock crocodile in front of him, but the rock crocodile was not what he wanted. It kept in a stalemate with him and could not be killed in a short period of time. At this time, Lin suddenly broke out of the water and came to the ground. The rock crocodile who was about to attack Zhao Li saw Lin and immediately crawled towards Lin. "It's time to deal with you." At this time, Lin looked at the rock crocodile in front of him. Taking advantage of the stalemate between Zhao Li and the rock crocodile, a fiery red flame appeared on his right hand and punched the top of the rock crocodile in front of him. Immediately, the entire head of the rock crocodile was driven directly into the ground, and the ground suddenly sank. The rock crocodile was bleeding from its 7 orifices and had no breath at all. On the other side, Zhao Li has also solved this extremely cunning rock crocodile. "Junior brother, are you okay?" At this time, Zhao Li came to Lin with a long sword and asked slightly. "It's okay. I was accidentally knocked to the bottom of the lake by a rock crocodile just now. Fortunately, the rock crocodile in front of me was injured. Otherwise, I really wouldn't be his match." Lin shook his arm and said. Zhao Li looked at the body of the rock crocodile in front of him and nodded. "Indeed, practicing the 8th level of Qi and the 9th level is still too forced. It was because I didn't think carefully. But fortunately, we succeeded. Come on, junior brother, we can go and collect the reward." "Good." At this time, Lin stood up and cupped his fists towards Zhao Li. Then the two of them briefly handled the body of the rock crocodile and went straight to Qinyan sect. Arriving at Qinyan sect, Lin stood outside the mission pavilion, while Zhao Li went to submit the mission in the mission pavilion. At this time, Zhao Li suddenly walked out with a smile on his face. "Junior brother, here is what I promised you, 25 low-grade spiritual stones." At this time, Zhao Li threw a cloth bag to Lin. "Thank you, senior brother." Lin held up the bag and clasped his fist towards Zhao Li. "It's okay, senior brother will go practice first." Looking at Zhao Li's back, Lin sighed in his heart, this senior brother is a good person. Then Lin walked towards his residence. As for Zhao Li, because of his short task completion time and excellent completion level, he was awarded 5 more low-grade spiritual stones. After arriving at his residence, Lin closed the door and took out the moon spirit fruit and foundation establishment pill. Should we break through the foundation building stage now? Looking at the 2 treasures in front of him, Lin fell into deep thought. He can now break through the foundation building stage. Moreover, with the help of the foundation building pill, once he breaks through, he will definitely be stronger than the ordinary foundation building stage. No, we have to go to the Sutra Pavilion first. At this time, just to be on the safe side, Lin put away the treasures and walked towards the Scripture Deposit Pavilion. Breaking through the foundation building period is a big deal. Only when a tall building rises from the ground can a tall building be built, only if the foundation is laid. Chapter 43, Secrets of the Foundation Establishment Period. You are listening at novelfull.audio. When he came to the Sutra Pavilion, Lin easily stepped into the Sutra Pavilion without anyone blocking him. He is now an inner disciple, the backbone of the Qinyan sect, and no one dares to stop him. When he came to the Sutra Pavilion, Lin skimmed over the martial arts and martial arts, which were all yellow level ones. Now they didn't attract his attention at all, and then he came to the back. This is it. Looking at the Cultivation secret book in front of him, Lin picked it up and opened it to read. What is recorded in this kind of Cultivation secret book are some common problems encountered during the cultivation process, or some secrets. This book is free to read, so Lin can read it safely in the Sutra Pavilion. Half an hour later, Lin closed the book. I see. Lin murmured to himself. It turns out that the foundation building stage is also divided into strong and weak ones. For example, if you break through the foundation building stage, the spiritual energy in the dantian will also turn into spiritual liquid, and the stored spiritual energy will be much more than during the Qi training stage. This is also the main reason why you can fly with a sword during the foundation building stage. The second reason is that after breaking through the foundation building stage, the dantian will transform into a Taoist platform to carry spiritual liquid, and this Taoist platform is extremely important. it is related to the monk's future upper limit and combat power. The Taoist platform is divided into the first grade, the second grade, the third grade, the fourth grade and the fifth grade. Among them, the fifth grade Taoist platform is the perfect Taoist platform. Once the foundation building period is broken through and a fifth grade Taoist platform is built, the combat power can exceed the foundation building period of ordinary first to fourth grade Taoist platforms. With my current foundation, once I break through, I will be a third-grade Taoist platform. However, it is not enough. If I want to go further, I have to build a fifth-grade Taoist platform. Yi Lin murmured that he learned from the book that a fifth-grade Taoist platform can lead to immortality. Once a fourth-grade Taoist platform is built, the path to immortality will be cut off. In the Qingyan sect, 99% of the disciples are of the first grade. I don't know what kind of Taoist platform Lin Zisheng is, but for the Son of Luck, I'm afraid the Taoist platform is not that simple. Immediately, Yi Lin closed the book and stood up and walked towards the outside world. If he wanted to build a fifth-grade Taoist platform, he needed to polish his cultivation and polish his cultivation to perfection during the Qi training period. Moreover, there are two conditions for building a fifth-grade Taoist platform. The first is to use the blood of divine beasts to assist, and the second is to use the 9-turn dragon song flower. This kind of flower is extremely rare and difficult to find, and is as precious as earth-level elixirs, but if your cultivation is not polished to the extreme, even if you have the blood of divine beasts and the 9-turn dragon song flower, it will be in vain. I will polish my cultivation to the limit, and then use the essence and blood of the divine beast and the 9-turn dragon chanting flower. But isn't the little phoenix the descendant of the divine beast? When the little phoenix hatches, I can just get some more blood. Yi Lin's face showed a joyful look. Wasn't this request tailor-made for him? At this time, Yi Lin no longer paid attention to breaking through the foundation building stage. It was not the time yet. When the little phoenix hatched, it would be the day he broke through the foundation building stage. Yi Lin's face was full of joy and he walked towards his residence. Start practicing. Afterwards, Yi Lin took out 5 low-grade spiritual stones and began to absorb them. When the phoenix fire in the dantian saw the incoming spiritual energy, it began to flow around the dantian and became excited. In the blink of an eye, a day passed by. At this moment, Yi Lin opened his eyes. Only after he began to pay attention to his own cultivation, he discovered that there were still many loopholes. Fortunately, he was not in a hurry to make a breakthrough yesterday, otherwise, he would regret it to death. Today it's time to get Lin Zisheng's opportunity. First get the Gingjin essence, and then go to the fire cloud mountains to absorb the fire energy of the earth veins. I believe that by then, my cultivation will be polished to the limit. Then I will concentrate on hatching the little phoenix. Once the little phoenix is born, I will definitely break through the foundation building stage. But I have to pay more attention to the inner sect competition in a month's time. I wonder how mysterious the 10 mysterious elders are. That at this time, Yi Lin stood up and walked towards the outside world, thinking in his heart, to put it bluntly, the inner sect competition means that the inner sect disciples fight against each other. As for the top 10, the sect will give generous rewards. Those who perform well may also be valued by the elders and be accepted as direct disciples. Yi Lin came all the way down the mountain and walked towards Qingshan city. Something's wrong. At this time, Yi Lin suddenly stopped and thought of the fate of his previous panel. The surroundings were a bit too weird at this time. Not even a single cultivator said that there were no monsters. Something was really wrong. Then at this moment, a fierce sword light suddenly appeared behind him. Yi Lin immediately used the magic shadow to avoid the sword light. However, because the sword light was too fast, it still tore Yi Lin's right arm open with a small breath. The next moment, Yi Lin used the magic shadow to disappear at an extremely fast speed, and his back suddenly disappeared. After Yi Lin disappeared, Lin Zisheng walked out of the grass. A movement technique that increases speed? But why is this kid so alert? After all, I am in the foundation building stage. Even if I am attacked by a sneak attack, I can't kill him with one hit. But now, I already know your trump card, a low-level movement technique. Just wait. After saying that, Lin Zisheng disappeared. The gap between the foundation building stage and the Qi training stage is indeed very big. Even if I was prepared, I still managed to avoid it. Lin looked at the slight wound on his arm and said, "We have to break through the foundation building stage as soon as possible." Lin raised his feet and walked towards Qingshan City. Qingshan City was the most important sect to Qinyan sect. Lin didn't know the specific reason. Lin has been through several cities these days, but the Qingshan City in front of him gave him a very mysterious feeling from the moment he stepped into it. Although the appearance is similar to other cities, it is that feeling that makes Lin very uncomfortable. The figures around him are extremely busy, as if everyone has something to do, and the vendors on the roadside also look unnatural, which makes him a little confused. The general city will give people a very lively feeling after entering, but Qingshan City, although there are hawking sounds from time to time, is extremely quiet. The people on the roadside seem to have their own purposes, and they are in a hurry and don't talk to others at all. Then, Lin retracted his gaze and walked towards the city center with ease. As long as there is a place related to the flower building, it must be built in the city center. After all, this is different from the previous life. In this world, the flower building is legal. Moreover, where is the most profitable place? Of course, it is the city center, where there is a dense flow of people, guided by rich experience. Lin came to the city center and happened to find the flower building. Two women in revealing clothes stood at the door, holding round fans and laughing at the figures around them. Lin walked towards the brothel. "Hey, this young man looks so handsome." The woman at the door looked at Lin and said with a smile on her face. Lin ignored her and stepped into the brothel. As soon as he stepped in, a strong smell of rouge and powder came into his mouth and nose. To be honest, it smelled bad. "Hey, young man, where are you from? Do you have a girl you like?" At this time, a fat middle-aged woman leaned on Lin, blinking her eyes. "I heard that you have a number 1 private room here. I booked it." Lin pushed the heavy woman away and got straight to the point. "Room number 1? Of course there is. If you want to enter room number 1, there are 2 requirements. The first one is to write a poem. As long as you can write a poem that our Miss Ruyan likes, you can stay in room number 1 for free. The second one is to spend a lot of money, 100 taels of silver per night." Hearing this, Lin thought in his heart, this thing called opportunity, but it appears randomly. Then Lin Zisheng is. At this time, Lin's mouth corners rose. "Lin Zisheng, you are playing very colorfully." Chapter 44 Huang Ruyan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin scanned the entire flower building. What can I say about these women? Their quality is not as good as that of the female disciples of the Qinyan sect. So how could Lin Zisheng fall in love with these female disciples? You mean, Miss Ruyan? Who is Miss Ruyan? At this time, Lin suddenly caught a name. As a son of luck, Lin Zisheng's vision would definitely not be so bad. Moreover, the panel showed that he came to this flower building with his close friends. 2 grown men would definitely not spend a lot of money to enter a mere Tianzi number 1 private room. Then the problem lies with this girl Ruyan. It is definitely not easy for Lin Zisheng to take seriously the girl Ruyan. "Sir, you come to my flower house and you don't know about Miss Ruyan? Miss Ruyan is our Oiran here." Hearing this, the middle-aged woman on the side looked strange. Wasn't she here for Miss Ruyan? "Mother-in-law, how about letting me meet this girl Ruyan?" At this time, Lin said to the middle-aged woman in front of him, "No matter what, Jane is not simple. As long as you meet her once, you will know. Not everyone can meet Miss Ruyan, but you are lucky today. You can meet her through the veil. Come with me." At this time, the middle-aged woman walked in front with her buttocks twisted, and Lin followed behind her, arriving at a small room. "Ruyan, I have a young master who wants to see you. Is it convenient? Come in." At this time, a voice came from the room. Hearing the voice, Lin's whole body felt like an electric shock, and he suddenly got excited. The next moment, Lin's eyes were clear. The simple voice just now contained a spiritual attack. Fortunately, His soul was several times stronger than that of ordinary monks, so he survived. Go in, but you can only watch from a distance. At this time, the middle-aged woman opened the door, and Yi Lin looked in front of him and saw a woman with an extremely good figure sitting in a layer of gauze. Even with the gauze, Yi Lin dared to conclude that this woman was absolutely stunning in the world. The next moment, a transparent panel appeared in front of Yi Lin. Name, Huang Ruyan, cultivation level, middle stage of foundation building, fate, blue, numerology, charming body, fate. Because Lin Zisheng's poems were too moving, he later became a Taoist couple with Lin Zisheng. The two traveled throughout the world of immortality and left countless good stories. When they broke through the nascent soul stage, they were killed by Lin Zisheng's enemies. Recent opportunity 1. When Lin Zisheng arrives 3 days later, he will receive the Xian level mid-grade long sword given by Lin Zisheng. Recent opportunity 2. Half a month later, I had a tryst with Lin Zisheng at Jufantai in the center of Shiwanli Mountain. Under Jufantai, I obtained the Xuanjia low-grade treasure, Dingfengzu. Recent opportunity 3. Tomorrow, 3 medium-grade spiritual stones will be found in the hole of a century-old tree next to the central lake in Qingshan City. Charming body, with this physique, you naturally exude a sense of charm. No man can withstand your charm. Looking at Huang Ruyan's panel, Yi Lin felt a little ripple in his heart. Is this the woman who is the son of destiny? Sure enough, but her destiny is not so good. What about the wind-fixing pearl and the 3 middle-grade spiritual stones? They are mine. Is that mental attack just now also your method? Yi Lin thought secretly in his heart. As for a poem that made the monks in the middle stage of foundation building turn against him? This must be lamented by Lin Zisheng's strong luck. A woman who has been able to cultivate to the middle stage of foundation building is not just a fool who can be coaxed into her with a poem. What are you kidding about? Moreover, this woman was a spiritual attack. If he were an ordinary monk, he would have been fascinated by her. After thinking for a while, Yi Lin shook his head. This woman was not simple at first sight. Then Yi Lin closed the wooden door slightly. How is it? Master, my Ruyan family is pretty good, isn't it? At this time, the middle-aged woman on the side said with a smile. Sir, I see that you are not a simple person. My Ruyan has always been a performer but not a person. She is innocent. In this way, if you give me enough reward, I can put her on your bed. How about that? Listening to the middle-aged woman's words, Yi Lin was speechless for a while. Not to mention that the woman in front of him was in the middle stage of foundation building. You would have died before you even took action. What's more, Yi Lin, doesn't have the habit of cuckolding others. No, just give me Tianzi number 1 private room. Is this enough? At this time, Yi Lin took out a low-grade spiritual stone from his arms and handed it to the middle-aged woman in front of him. Oh, sir, enough is enough, of course it is enough. After seeing the spirit stone, the middle-aged woman immediately beamed with joy. She recognized the spirit stone. 1 piece of it was worth 1,000 taels of silver. He's gone. Huang Ruyan, who was sitting in the room, felt Yi Lin's breath gradually fade away, and a trace of astonishment flashed over the peerless face under the veil. Many people had come here before, including immortal cultivators. After seeing her again, they all became restless. You do have a slight resemblance to Mr. Zisheng. Under the charm of my charming body, you can actually stick to your true nature. Huang Ruyan murmured that she had previously used her charm body to control low-level monks and obtained many treasures, but the man in front of her could actually control her with her charm body. After paying the money, Yi Lin came to the Tianzi number 1 private room. Following the room, Yi Lin came to the bedside. Lifting up the entire bed, sure enough, there was an orange-yellow cloth bag under the bed. Yi Lin took it out and opened it. Inside the bag, there was an egg-sized Gingjin spirit lying there. Gung gold is a weapon refining material that is extremely precious, and Gung gold essence is even more precious. After being refined by monks, it can greatly enhance their own physique. It is a treasure in the eyes of physical practitioners. Yi Lin estimated that such a large piece would be enough to exchange for at least 5 middle-grade spiritual stones when presented to a physical cultivator. This was still a conservative estimate, after putting the Genjin spirit back into the space ring, Yi Lin looked at the bed that was damaged by him. The spiritual stones I just gave you are enough to buy dozens of beds. Yi Lin murmured to himself, then walked out of the private room and walked towards the door. After walking out of the flower building, Yi Lin walked straight to the lake. Qingshan City was a small city, and it was too easy to find a place as big as a lake. Not long after walking, Yi Lin found a medium-sized lake, but strangely, there was no one by the lake, which was very strange. It's strange. The sun is so bright now. If it were an ordinary city, there would be children playing around and old people enjoying the shade. Looking at the lake in front of him, Yi Lin thought to himself, but the next moment, Yi Lin realized something was wrong. Why are there no children here? Yi Lin was thinking about it while looking for a century-old tree. Ever since he entered Qingshan City, he has not seen any children. No matter how small a city is, there are more than 10,000 people living there, but there is not a single child in a city where more than 10,000 people live. Something is very wrong. This must be the century-old tree, right? At this time, Yi Lin looked at the century-old tree in front of him, his eyes brightened slightly. Compared with the surrounding trees, this big tree was obviously bigger. Yi Lin walked around the huge tree in front of him and suddenly found a tree hole. Looking along the tree hole, there were 3 middle-grade spiritual stones lying inside. Putting the spirit stone back into the space ring, Yi Lin turned around and walked out of the city. Although there is something wrong and mysterious about Qingshan City, it is not something he can control now. If your strength is low, then mind your own business. The less you know, the better. After leaving Qingshan City, Yi Lin went straight to Qinyan sect. Chapter 45, The Cruel Lin Zisheng. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After arriving at Qinyan sect, Yi Lin began to count the harvest that appeared this time. Among them, the Genjin essence is the most precious, followed by the 3 middle-grade spirit stones. These 3 middle-grade spirit stones are the resource supply for ordinary inner disciples for several years. If I refine this Genjin essence, without using various means, and just fight with my body, the 8th level of Qi training is not my opponent. Yi Lin thought in his heart, his body has been strengthened twice, and now if he uses the Genjin essence, his body will be strengthened to an extremely outrageous degree. Then, start refining. At this time, Yi Lin made up his mind, and then swallowed the Genjin essence directly into his body. The Genjin essence is extremely hard, and the full force attack of the 9th level of Qi training has no effect on it. However, when the Genjin essence entered Yi Lin's body, it was immediately wrapped by the phoenix fire. The originally extremely hard Genjin essence turned into a ball of liquid under the burning of the phoenix fire. The liquid spread and flowed towards Yi Lin's body. If you look closely, you can find that the Genjin spirit is merging into Yi Lin's tibia, strengthening Yi Lin's body bit by bit. The time of cultivation always passes quickly. In the blink of an eye, 8 days have passed. On this day, Yi Lin slowly opened his eyes. It really deserves to be the treasure in the eyes of physical cultivation. My physique has been directly strengthened several times. If I rely on my body now, I can beat a Qi training level 8 to death. Yi Lin muttered to himself. From cultivation to now, he has consumed countless resources and his foundation is also extremely strong. If I break through the foundation building stage and cast a 5th grade Dao platform, by that time, I can also beat the average middle stage foundation building. His current foundation has surpassed 99% of the disciples of Qinyan sect. As long as he breaks through the foundation building stage, he will be the most powerful one in the foundation building stage. The most urgent thing now is to hatch the little phoenix. However, since we last parted, I don't know what my fate will be. Cultivation, Qi training level 9. Fate, black, many disasters, number, bad luck, insight, fate. Lin Zisheng named him to challenge in the inner sect competition 20 days later, and he was eventually defeated by Lin Zisheng. He was ridiculed by all the inner sect disciples, his heart of Tao was broken, and he has never recovered since then. Recent opportunities, none. Bad luck, such as falling down when walking, and being cheated on when getting married. Insight, superb understanding, extremely fast speed in understanding various exercises, the same exercise book, others need 3 months. but you only need a few days. Looking at his own fate, Yi Lin's face was ugly. What a vicious trick, in Qinyan sect, no matter what competition it is, as long as you are challenged, you are not allowed to refuse, even if you have to bite the bullet, and Lin Zisheng's move was to break his heart of Tao. What does cultivation rely on? It is the heart of Tao, and the heart of Tao is perseverance that goes forward unremittingly. Once the heart of Tao is broken, all previous efforts will be wasted. This is a trick to attack the heart. Lin Zisheng wants to make him fall into ruin. If it is a head-on battle, he is no match for Lin Zisheng at this time, and in the big competition, he can do anything as long as he doesn't die, but once the Dantian is destroyed, coupled with the broken heart of Tao, it can be said that this life has no chance to cultivate immortals. What a vicious mind! Yi Lin's face is ugly. Lin Zisheng's move can be said to be extremely vicious. If it is really as described on the panel, his life has been ruined. Damn it, the key to breaking through now is to break through the foundation building stage. No matter how evil the 9th level of Qi training is, it is impossible to reverse the foundation building stage. In cultivation, every breakthrough of a realm is the biochemistry of the life level, which will produce qualitative changes, and it is impossible to fight across a large realm. Now, within 10 days, the little phoenix must be hatched. You want me to break my Dao heart after 20 days? Wait, it's not certain who will win or lose. Yi Lin sneered, then stood up and walked towards the outside. Now the little phoenix's life breath is getting stronger. Although he can get the phoenix blood by breaking the phoenix egg now, he will not do such a stupid thing. Now as long as you get 3 Xian level treasures, you can hatch the little phoenix. Feeling the life breath in the phoenix egg, Yi Lin estimated. Huyan mountain range, the earth vein fire. But in my current state, once I absorb the earth vein fire, I will definitely not be able to suppress my own cultivation. Yi Lin walked and thought, he has now polished the Qi training stage to the limit. Once he absorbs the treasure that can allow Lin Zisheng to break through from the early stage of foundation building to the middle stage of foundation building, he will definitely not be able to suppress his own cultivation. If he accidentally breaks through the foundation building stage, he will have no place to cry. However, at this time, Lin Zisheng walked towards Yi Lin. Treasure your last days. Looking at Yi Lin in front of him, Lin Zisheng sneered. If it weren't for the abominable rule of the sect, he would have killed Yi Lin long ago. A small Qi training period could make him so worried, which made him feel extremely angry. After saying that, Lin Zisheng walked towards the task pavilion. His cultivation was weak now, and he needed to take 2 tasks to stabilize his cultivation. Watching Lin Zisheng leave, a panel appeared in front of Yi Lin. Isn't this a coincidence? Name, Lin Zisheng, cultivation, early stage of foundation building, fate, yellow, incomplete, numerology, superb luck, king of swordsmanship, comprehension of gods, son of heaven, reincarnation of a powerful person, destiny. After many hardships along the way, he successfully entered the tribulation crossing period. After 10 years of hard work, he entered the tribulation crossing perfection. Then he was attacked by 3 tribulation crossing late-stage cultivators. His Dantian was damaged and his cultivation was wasted. He became a useless person from then on. Recent opportunity 1. Received a 4th grade mission from the mission pavilion and went to the Scorpion Valley to kill 10 Qi training level 9 scorpions. In the Scorpion Valley, he found the Xian level middle grade spiritual fruit, the demon cloud fruit. After absorbing it, his cultivation in the early stage of foundation building was greatly stabilized. Recent opportunity 3, received a 4th grade mission from the mission pavilion. In the depths of the Scorpion Valley, he found a Xian level lower grade spiritual medicine. After absorbing it, he entered the middle stage of foundation building in one fell swoop. Recent opportunity 2, in 3 days, you will accept a 5th grade mission at the mission pavilion, and go to the Huyan mountain range in the 100,000 mile mountain range to kill a foundation building fire monkey and obtain the fire monkey pill. By chance, you will find the fire energy of the ground veins under the Huyan mountain range. After absorbing it, your cultivation will increase greatly, and you will enter the middle stage of foundation building. Recent opportunity 4, in the inner sect competition 1 month later, because of your excellent performance and strong cultivation, you will be favored by the mysterious 10 elders, so you will be accepted as a direct disciple by the 10 elders and given many treasures. After absorbing and refining, your cultivation will increase greatly. Superb luck, you have very good luck. You can always pick up opportunities on the way. Even if you encounter a life and death crisis, you can turn danger into safety. Kendo champion, you are a natural swordsman. You have an understanding of Kendo that exceeds that of ordinary people, and you have made rapid progress in Kendo. Comprehension of God, you have superb comprehension, and you are very fast in understanding various exercises. For the same exercise, others need 3 months, but you only need a few days. Son of Heaven, you are favored by the destiny of heaven. There is no bottleneck in your cultivation. Breaking through is as easy as eating and drinking. Reincarnation of the great power, you are the reincarnation of the great power in the immortal world. However, your soul was damaged during the journey and your memory was sealed. After reaching the nascent soul stage, your memory will be unsealed. From then on, it will be like a carp leaping over the dragon gate, and everything will go smoothly. Looking at Lin Zisheng's panel, Yi Lin immediately raised his foot and walked towards the mission pavilion. At this time, Lin Zisheng was selecting tasks in the mission pavilion. Chapter 46 Beast Taming Bag. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Arriving at the mission pavilion, Lin Zisheng was still looking at the missions in front of him and selecting them one by one. Isn't this junior brother Yi? What mission are you planning to take on this time? That at this time, the disciple in charge of the mission pavilion looked at Yi Lin and said with a smile. I heard that there seems to be a 4th level mission, a mission to Scorpion Valley. Please help me see if there is one. Yi Lin said. At this moment, Lin Zisheng on the side suddenly looked at Yi Lin strangely. Okay, I'll take a look for you right now, wait a minute. Immediately, Sun Xiao turned around to check today's tasks. There are tasks in the inner mission pavilion ranging from level 1 to level 7. Level 1 is the simplest task and can be completed at the 6th level of Qi training. Starting from level 5, it can only be taken in the foundation building stage. As for the highest level 7, it can only be completed by a team of foundation building disciples. It just so happens that there is a 4th level mission in Scorpion Valley. Kill 10 demon scorpions at the 9th level of Qi training and reward 80 low-level spiritual stones. However, junior brother Yi, this mission is extremely dangerous. Why don't you look at others? After reading the mission content, Sun Xiao raised his head and glanced at Yi Lin with a strange expression. Killing 10 9-level Qi training demon scorpions is a task that not only the Qi training phase monks, but also the foundation building phase monks have to consider. Where is the Scorpion Valley? The Scorpion's lair, once surrounded by a large number of demon scorpions, even the foundation building monks dare not say they can come out alive. As for this task, I've been short of spiritual stones recently, and I'm looking for wealth in danger. After Yi Lin finished speaking, Sun Xiao nodded. He had seen many people like this. He was short of spiritual stones and wanted to try his best to turn his bicycle into a motorcycle. Okay, junior brother Yi, just kill 10 9th level Qi training demon scorpions, and then bring the scorpion's tail stings. After Sun finished his novel, Yi Lin nodded and then walked out the door, while he glanced at Sun Xiao from the corner of his eye. Name, Sun Xiao, cultivation level, 9th level of Qi training, fate, blue, numerology, boxing leader, fate, died in the battle between Qingyun sect and Tianjian sect 3 years later, recent opportunity. Go to the Holy King Valley 3 days later and discover a cave in the deepest part of the Holy King Valley. In the cave, you find a low-grade Xian-level beast-taming bag left by the Golden Core monk of the beast-taming sect. After reading Sun Zhao's opportunity, Yi Lin thought in his mind, the beast control sect is a magical sect. From the classics, he learned that this sect specializes in beast control. Their purpose is to conquer all kinds of monsters in the world. The monsters were their fighting power. Because their methods of controlling the beasts were too cruel, they eventually angered the powerful beings among the monsters, and were directly destroyed by the powerful beings among the monsters. However, there are still remnants of the beast control sect, but they are not that strong anymore. the beast taming bag is the exclusive heritage of the beast taming sect. This beast taming bag is a world of its own, and the monsters are specially placed in it. Great, I was worried about what to do with the little phoenix after it was born, but now there is a solution. Yi Lin looked happy. After the little phoenix was born, in a small place like Qinyan sect, perhaps no one knew that the little phoenix was a descendant of the divine beast, but once you go to a wider world, someone will definitely recognize a descendant of an ancient divine beast. Once discovered, countless troubles will follow. But now, the trouble has been resolved. But what is shown on the panel is that Sun Zhao's fate is to die in the battle between Qinyan sect and Tianjian sect 3 years later. In other words, will there be a war between Qinyan sect and Tianjian sect 3 years later? That at this time, Yi Lin murmured to himself, a war broke out between two sects, and even the disciples of the inner sect died in the battle, which meant that it had reached a life-or-death situation. You must break through the golden elixir stage within 3 years. Only at the golden elixir stage can you be safe and sound during the war between the two sections. Yi Lin then made up his mind. He was an inner disciple of the Qinyan sect. When the war started, he would be the first to be killed. His cultivation in the foundation building period would no longer be enough at that time, and if you want to protect yourself, you must break through to the golden elixir stage. Go to Scorpion Valley first. Yi Lin rushed toward Scorpion Valley. Scorpion Valley is a small canyon, but in this canyon, there is a terrifying creature, the scorpion. The scorpions in the Scorpion Valley are all about the same size as tigers, which is extremely terrifying. Moreover, this scorpion is a social animal. Once it is stung by the scorpion's stinger, even in the foundation building stage, it will be punished on the spot. Although the sting of the demon scorpion is of great value, there are few people in the demon Scorpion Valley. No casual cultivators come here. Everyone is smart. Moreover, among the casual cultivators, there are very few monks in the foundation building stage. It is impossible to risk your life and go to the Scorpion Valley for the word's huge value. Is this the Scorpion Valley? Sure enough, it's as big as the rumors say. Looking at the scorpion as big as a tiger in front of him, Yi Lin clicked his tongue. Looks like we're going to be serious this time. Yi Lin's eyes were slightly focused. He took out the long sword from the space ring and activated the phoenix fire in his dantian. Suddenly, the long sword was covered with a layer of flames. In the Scorpion Valley, even during the foundation building stage, he didn't dare to be careless, so how could he dare? A sword brings life. At this time, a fiery red sword light fell from the sky, and before the resting scorpion had time to react, its body was split into two. Looking at Scorpion's body, Yi Lin stopped and rushed toward Scorpion Valley. The demon scorpions I met along the way were all at the 7th or 8th level of Qi training, and they couldn't even block his casual sword. Is this the Xian level middle grade demonic cloud fruit? At this time, Yi Lin suddenly squatted down, looked at a black and purple spiritual fruit on the wall. His face was overjoyed, and then immediately put it into the space ring, because the casual cultivators did not dare to come in, and the scorpion was not interested in the spiritual fruit, so the demon cloud fruit could grow safely to the level of the middle grade of the Xian level. There are still low-grade spiritual medicines in the deepest part of the Xian level. Continue. After saying that, Yi Lin walked towards the depths, and behind him, there were corpses of scorpions lying all the way from the outside of the valley to the inside of the valley. No scorpion could stop his sword. The further he walked, the more Yi Lin found several human corpses. They must be casual cultivators who were not afraid of death and came to be killed by the scorpion. At this time, Yi Lin suddenly stopped and looked at the front with a serious face. In front of him, 3 huge scorpions walked out, exuding the aura of the 9th level of Qi training. One sword lives. For this monster, there is no need to talk nonsense. Yi Lin raised his sword and it was a killing move. The fiery red sword energy rushed straight to the scorpion in the center. Sensing the irresistible scorpion, it wanted to dodge the fatal blow, but no matter how fast it was, how could it be faster than the sword energy? The next moment, it was split in two by the fiery red sword energy. The demonic shadow disappears. Yi Lin's figure gradually became illusory. With extreme speed, he killed one of the scorpions while it was not paying attention. In just 3 seconds, Yi Lin killed 2 9th-level Qi training scorpions. The last one was left, of course, and was killed by Yi Lin with one sword. Now I have no pressure facing the 9th-level Qi training monster. Yi Lin said with a smile. After putting the stinger into the space ring, he accelerated and walked towards the deepest part. Why is the Scorpion Valley known as a place where even the foundation building stage has to be cautious? It is because of the large number of people. The activity time of the scorpions is at night, and most of the scorpions are resting, so Yi Lin must be fast. Once the scorpions riot on a large scale, it will be the end. Chapter 47 The Birth of the Phoenix. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The deeper you go, the cooler the temperature and the lower the visibility. I always feel like there's something around me staring at me. Yi Lin murmured to himself as he walked. After walking for about 10 minutes, he finally reached the deepest point. In front of him, there was a huge round table with a wooden box placed in the center. Above the wooden box, a 9-level Qi training scorpion was entrenched, and all around, there were 8 demon scorpions at the 9th level of Qi training vaguely scattered. I have collected 4 scorpion stingers now, and there are still 6 more to go. Yi Lin explored the space ring, thought to himself, and then raised his sword. One sword makes life, cuts. The next moment, a fiery red sword energy directly split the 9th level Qi training demon scorpion entrenched on the round table into 2, and the huge movement also caused the surrounding demon scorpions to wake up. The huge body walked towards Yi Lin, feeling extremely oppressive. Yi Lin dodged and rushed to the round table, grabbed the small box and put it into the space ring. He rolled and came to the back of the round table. One sword makes life, cuts. At this time, Yi Lin roared angrily and slashed out 5 sword auras in a row. The sword auras blessed by the high-grade Xian-level swords and phoenix fires were simply unable to be resisted by these scorpions, who were not good at defense. Under the sword energy, the 5 scorpions were split into 2. After collecting the stingers, Yi Lin used the magic shadow to rush out of the Scorpion Valley. The commotion just now was a bit loud, and he could clearly feel that there were countless auras coming towards him. Once surrounded, he would have to wait for death if his aura was exhausted. There were no dangers along the way. Yi Lin rushed out of the Scorpion Valley and rushed into the dense forest in front of him. Behind him, countless scorpions were entrenched. Looking at Yi Lin's leaving back, he could only roar helplessly. They dare not leave the Scorpion Valley at all. They can stay alive because of their unity. Once they go out alone, they will definitely die. This Scorpion Valley is indeed dangerous. If it were at night, I wouldn't dare to come out alive if I entered it during the foundation building period. Yi Lin leaned on a big tree and sighed. The moment he rushed out of the Scorpion Valley, he felt no less than 20 breaths of the 9th level of Qi training. It's simply outrageous. Now it's time to go to the Holy King Valley, but I remember that the Holy King Valley is deep in the 100,000 miles mountain. Yi Lin muttered a few words, and after recovering the spiritual power he had just lost, he walked towards the Holy King Valley. The Holy King Valley is extremely dangerous deep in the mountains of 100,000 miles. Even Yi Lin now has to move forward cautiously. The Holy King Valley is different from the Scorpion Valley. The Holy King Valley is extremely huge. Yi Lin saw 3 foundation building monsters along the way, but none of them found him. This 100,000-mile mountain is too dangerous. We have to move forward as soon as possible. Arriving at the Valley of the Holy King, Yi Lin immediately began to accelerate towards the front. At this time, explosions were heard in the distance. This made Yi Lin extremely confused, and then he began to sneak in. After arriving at a stone wall, Yi Lin looked forward and saw 3 figures in front of him besieging a foundation building monster. Tianjian sect. What are the disciples of Tianjian sect doing in the mountains of 100,000 miles under the jurisdiction of Qinyan sect? Looking at the battle ahead, Yi Lin murmured to himself, Shiwanli Mountain is under the jurisdiction of the Qinyan sect, and the Tianjian sect has no right to interfere, but now. The next moment, Yi Lin turned around and left. The 3 figures were all in the foundation building stage. Once discovered, the consequences would be disastrous. then Yi Lin came to the depths of the Holy King Valley without any hindrance. The battle ahead attracted the monsters entrenched in the Holy King Valley, and he finally arrived here without any hindrance. At this time, Yi Lin came to a wall, put his hand on the wall, and exerted a slight force. Suddenly, the wall collapsed in front of him, and a cave appeared in his eyes. Seeing this, Yi Lin was overjoyed, and then walked into the cave. In the center of the cave, a corpse sat cross-legged in the middle, and an earthy yellow bag was placed next to the corpse. Yi Lin stepped forward and picked up the bag. After a while, he sensed that it was a beast control bag. That's right, inside is a square space 10 meters long and 10 meters wide, which is extremely huge. Putting the beast control bag into the space ring, Yi Lin bowed to the corpse in front of him. "Senior, if you interrupt me rashly, please send me Hai Han." After saying that, Yi Lin stood up and rushed towards the outside world. Along the way, Yi Lin arrived at Qingyun sect safely and went straight to his residence. When he arrived at his residence, he locked the door and dug out the phoenix eggs with a shovel. "Little guy, don't let me down." Yi Lin muttered, then took out the magic cloud fruit and elixir, and placed the magic cloud fruit on top of the phoenix egg. The next moment, the entire fruit was directly absorbed. Yi Lin opened the wooden box in his hand. There was a piece of wood in the wooden box. Judging by the smell alone, it was extremely extraordinary. Place the wood on top of the phoenix egg, and the entire wood will turn into powder and blend into the phoenix egg. At this time, the aura of life inside the phoenix egg became increasingly intense. "Isn't it still enough? It seems that we need a treasure like a mysterious level spiritual fruit." Yi Lin was a little embarrassed. The total value of the treasures he fed this little guy would make even the Golden Core stage jealous, let alone the Foundation Establishment stage. Click. Just as Yi Lin turned around, a faint voice came. Yi Lin turned around fiercely and saw streaks of fiery red flames flowing above the phoenix egg and on the mysterious lines on the egg's surface. "There are more and more cracks on the whole egg." Click. Another sound came, and the next moment, the entire eggshell suddenly burst, and in the center of the eggshell lay a plump, fiery red chick. "Is this a phoenix? Why does it look so like a chicken?" Yi Lin looked at the fiery red phoenix in the center of the egg, wondering why it was so fat. Could it be a mistake? Cry, cry, cry. At this time, the little phoenix in the center of the egg opened its eyes and flapped its wings towards Yi Lin, looking extremely excited. The next moment, the little phoenix opened its mouth and ate the eggshell clean, then circled around Yi Lin. Sure enough, it is a descendant of the divine beast. It has the cultivation of the peak of foundation building just after it was born. Looking at the little phoenix flapping its wings around him, Yi Lin couldn't help but sigh. It's not without reason that the divine beast clan can dominate the ancient times when strong people emerged. "You are so red all over, so I will call you Xiaohong." At this time, Yi Lin squatted in front of the little phoenix and reached out to touch the little phoenix's head. The little phoenix not only did not refuse, but also felt very useful. It knew in its heart that it was the human in front of it who saved it. The divine beast clan generally does not easily recognize its master, because the divine beasts are arrogant. They are born noble and superior to all races. However, once the beast recognizes its master, it will be for life. If the master dies in battle, the beast will never live in the world. "Xiaohong, I need a drop of your blood now. Is it okay?" Ku touched Xiaohong's head and said with a smile. The next moment, Xiaohong seemed to understand, opened her mouth and spit out a drop of fiery red blood, and a phoenix was hovering around the blood. As the blood came out, the space around her became curved, and the next moment, Xiaohong lay on the ground, looking extremely weak. Yi Lin hurriedly put Xiaohong into the beast bag, and then looked at the blood floating in the air in front of him. He never thought that he just asked Xiaohong for a drop of blood, but Xiaohong actually gave him a drop of blood. The blood of the beast is inestimable. Xiaohong was given a drop of blood when she was just born, and now she has become extremely weak. This made him love and feel distressed. It seems that Xiaohong has recognized me as its master. Yi Lin was delighted. The divine beast would not easily hand over its essence and blood. It seemed that Xiaohong had already regarded him as its master. The divine beast recognizing its master was something that many people wished for. Chapter 48, breaking through the foundation building stage and building a 5th grade Dao platform. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Looking at the blood of the beast quietly floating in the air, Lin carefully put it into the space ring, then he took out 10 scorpion stingers and walked towards the mission pavilion. He was going to submit the task and then began to retreat. Now everything is ready, only the east wind is missing. Within 20 days, he must break through to the foundation building stage. Arriving in the mission pavilion, Lin put the 10 stingers on the table in front of him, and Sun Shao, who was sleeping, was suddenly awakened. "Brother, I'll submit the task." Sun Shao looked at Lin, then at the stingers in front of him. It has only been 3 hours since Lin accepted the task. 3 hours have already completed a 5th grade task. This made him feel unrealistic. Okay, I'll get you a reward right away." Sun Shao repeatedly confirmed the authenticity of the stingers in front of him, then took a deep look at Lin and walked towards the corridor on the side. A few minutes later, Sun Shao put a large cloth bag in front of Lin. 80 low-grade spirit stones, count them. "No need, I believe in my brother." Lin smiled, put away the cloth bag and walked towards his residence. The outside world rumored that he was at the 8th level of Qi training. Now it seems that this person is a bit scheming. Looking at Lin's disappearing back, Sun Shao took a breath of cold air. At the 8th level of Qi training, he could go deep into the Scorpion Valley, which even the foundation building cultivators feared, and kill 9 level Qi training scorpions. He would never believe it. "Don't offend this person in the future," Sun Shao said in his heart. Start to break through." Lin sat cross-legged on the bed, surrounded by low-grade spirit stones. Then, he took out the essence of the beast from the space ring and swallowed it. The low-grade spirit stones around him exuded a thick spiritual energy and poured into Lin's body. "Melt it for me." Lin shouted softly, and a Taoist platform slowly condensed under the Dantian, and the essence of the beast also slowly melted into the Taoist platform. At this time, suddenly, the originally dim Daotai suddenly shone brightly, and the fiery red light illuminated the entire Dantian. Under the effect of the divine beast's blood essence, the Daotai broke, reorganized, broke, and reorganized, and each reorganization was twice as powerful as the last time. Moreover, waves of extremely powerful auras emanated from the Daotai, from the Qi training stage to the foundation building stage. It is a qualitative change and a leap in the level of life. Breaking through the foundation building stage, both the purity and quantity of the spiritual energy in the Dantian are dozens of times that of the 9th level of Qi training. What's more, the quality of the spiritual energy in the Daotai of the foundation building cultivator is higher than that of the Qi training stage, and the power contained in it is one world apart. With the same trick, the power of the foundation building cultivator is more than 10 times that of the 9th level of Qi training cultivator. If the spiritual energy of a foundation building cultivator is not exhausted, killing a Qi training cultivator is like killing a dog. No matter how evil you are in the Qi training stage, you are still like an ant in front of a foundation building cultivator. In this way, 5 days passed quietly. In Lin's Dantian, a fiery red Tao platform has been cast. On the Tao platform, light appears, exuding a mysterious atmosphere. From a distance, this Tao platform is like a product of heaven, flawless, as if it is not a thing of the world. Moreover, on the barriers around the Tao platform, 5 rays of light are suspended. These 5 rays of light represent the 5 elements: gold, wood, water, fire, and earth. Seeing this, Lin was delighted. This is the characteristic of the 5th grade Tao platform. The 5 elements imprint, these 5 basic elements that make up the world, can only be produced by the 5th grade Tao platform. This means that below the 5th grade Tao platform, there will be no 5 elements imprint at all, and you cannot become an immortal in this life. At this time, the group of spiritual energy on the Tao platform began to be squeezed by the power of the Tao platform and condensed bit by bit. Tick, tick, tick. At this time, drops of liquid in the spiritual energy group began to drip onto the Tao platform. Like the prelude to a storm, the spiritual energy group is like a dark cloud. The next moment, the storm came completely. In the whole aura group, drops of liquid poured down towards the Dao platform. Soon, the liquid filled the entire Dao platform. the Dao platform steadily received the liquid and was extremely stable. This is an obvious feature of the breakthrough of the foundation building stage during the Qi training period, the aura turning into liquid. Until the aura group disappeared, only the liquid in the Dao platform was left. This was the spiritual liquid. The aura contained in it was the sum of the aura of dozens of Qi training 9th level cultivators. At this time, the light on the Dao platform was shining brightly, and the spiritual liquid in it was rapidly reduced. Countless terrifying spiritual powers began to sweep Yi Lin's body. This spiritual power began to strengthen every part of Yi Lin's body, tibia, meridians, skin, and blood vessels. It's so comfortable. Although Yi Lin closed his eyes, he could feel that his body was slowly getting stronger. This feeling was extremely comfortable. Foundation building period, done. 0.3 hours later, Yi Lin suddenly opened his eyes. Suddenly, a wave of air spread out in all directions, and countless items in the room were overturned to the ground. Yi Lin looked at his body, and he felt full all over now. It seemed as if he had endless power. No wonder the foundation building cultivators can kill the Qi refining cultivators at will. Yi Lin stood up, feeling the terrifying power in his body, and muttered to himself, in the foundation building stage, the amount of spiritual power contained is dozens of times that of the 9th level of Qi training, and the strength of the body is also several times or even 10 times that of the 9th level of Qi training, and the soul is also greatly enhanced. The lifespan of the Qi refining cultivator is no more than 150 years, while the lifespan of the foundation building cultivator is as long as 300 years, which is exactly doubled. The long lifespan can see the change of dynasties in the mortal world, so the foundation building period is also called the immortal on land by mortals. 3 swords of life and death, 1 sword of life. At this time, Yi Lin's eyes condensed, and his right hand made a sword finger, slashing forward, and suddenly, a sword energy rushed into the yard. Boom, there was a loud noise, and a gully 5 meters long and half a meter wide appeared in the center of the whole yard. Now, even if I don't use a long sword, I can exert sword energy. And this power can easily kill the previous me, and I only exerted 30% of my strength. Too strong, really too strong. Yi Lin was a little fascinated by this kind of power. If you don't break through the foundation building period, you will never know how terrible the foundation building period is. I don't know how I will deal with Lin Zisheng now. At this time, Yi Lin's mouth corners slightly raised. By the way, I'll be in seclusion for 8 days. There are still 12 days before the inner sect competition. I'll stabilize my realm during these days. At this time, Yi Lin looked at the gully in the yard, stretched out his hand and waved it casually, and the ground suddenly returned to its original state. This is the power of the foundation building period. The foundation building period can clearly comprehend the 5 elements that make up the world and make use of them, and those who have a 5th grade Taoist platform are more sensitive to the 5 elements. After packing up everything, Yi Lin turned and stepped into the residence, took out a medium grade spirit stone and began to absorb and stabilize his own realm. When breaking through the foundation building period, all those low-grade spirit stones were absorbed. Now, he is so poor that he only has 3 medium-grade spirit stones left. In this way, in the blink of an eye, 12 days passed. On this day, the entire Qingyun sect's inner sect seemed to have a major earthquake. All the reasons were that the mysterious 10th elder of the Qingyun sect's inner sect came out of seclusion, and there are rumors that this 10th elder is a Jindan stage cultivator, and it is very likely that he will accept disciples before the inner sect competition. Suddenly, the whole inner sect was boiling. Who wouldn't want to be a disciple of a Jindan stage cultivator? Jindan stage cultivators are the most powerful in the area of 10,000 miles. Becoming a disciple of a Jindan stage cultivator not only means that you have no shortage of resources, but you can walk sideways in the area of 10,000 miles. On this day, Yi Lin had just finished his retreat and came to the outside world to listen to some information. He was thinking in his heart. Jindan stage, the most mysterious 10th elder. After a while of hesitation, Yi Lin walked towards the hall. Today was the time for the inner sect competition. As an inner sect disciple, he had to be present. Chapter 49 The Inner Sect Competition begins. You are listening at novelfull.audio. When they arrived at the main hall, it was already crowded with people, and countless inner disciples were pouring into the hall. They were all looking forward to the so-called mysterious 10th Elder, and what was even more shocking was the strength of the 10th Elder. As everyone knows, there are only two Jindan stage masters in Qinyan sect, one is the sect master, and the other is the great ancestor. However, neither of them accepted disciples, and at this time, a Jindan stage cultivator suddenly appeared to accept disciples, which made them extremely excited. I heard that the 10th Elder seems to be a female cultivator. I don't know if it's true or not. No matter whether he is a woman or a man, as long as he can worship under the 10th Elder, it is simply a blessing to cultivate for 10 lifetimes. At this time, 5 sword lights came from the horizon, and 5 direct disciples arrived one after another. Seeing the appearance of the direct disciples, many inner disciples frowned, pretending to be you. At this time, a terrifying breath came from above the main hall, and an old figure appeared above the main hall. It's the 9th Elder. At this time, a disciple whispered, the 9th Elder is the 9th Elder of the inner sect of Qinyan sect, and possesses the terrifying strength of the late foundation building period. Everyone, now is the inner sect competition held every 3 years, and the arena is set up outside the main hall. The rules this time are the same as before, with a free-for-all, and the 10 people left on the arena are the top 10 of this competition. The top 10 will have different rewards, and the top 10 will draw lots to fight each other until the first place is determined. At this time, the 9th Elder began to announce the rules of the competition. After hearing the rules, the disciples below were in an uproar. The rules this time seemed different from the past. Everyone, the arena has risen, please enter the arena, remember, don't kill. After the 9th Elder Zhang finished speaking, the ground began to shake, and outside the main hall, an extremely huge arena slowly rose. The first to step onto the arena were the 5 true disciples, and the floating figures of the 5 true disciples were like exiled immortals. In the back, the figures of the inner sect disciples began to jump onto the arena, and Lin also climbed onto the arena in a pretentious manner. This time, the 5 true disciples are all in the foundation building stage, and there are 3 foundation building brothers in the inner sect, which means that there are only 2 places for us. I must be one of these 2 places. On the stage, some disciples said that as long as they can get into the top 10, they will get rich sect rewards. Even if it costs a little, they have to get in. I declare that the competition begins. After everyone stood on the stage, the 9th Elder shouted, and then the inner disciples around started to fight. The 5 true disciples in the center stood still in place. They didn't even bother to fight. I guess there was no one in the inner sect who dared to provoke them. What? You haven't dealt with that guy yet? Can you do it? In the center of the stage, a chubby disciple looked at Lin standing still in the distance and teased Lin Zisheng on the side. My business doesn't need you to interfere. Lin Zisheng snorted coldly when he heard it. Junior brother, go down. At this time, a loud shout came from beside Lin, and a disciple came towards his shoulder with a long sword in his hand. Lin took a step back to avoid the long sword, and slapped the disciple in front of him and flew down, falling under the ring. At the same time, an old man with a fairy-like appearance and a beautiful woman in white palace clothes stood in the sky. Junior sister, how about it? Do you have a favorite disciple? At this time, the old man on the side said to the beautiful woman. The beautiful woman shook her head lightly, and seeing this, the old man sighed. However, on the ring below, the battle at this time has entered a white-hot stage, and various disciples are fighting to the death. During this period, Lin basically did not make any moves, but he was always able to avoid various attacks from others, which made other disciples puzzled. As time passed, the number of disciples standing on the ring became fewer and fewer, and at this time, there were already 11 left on the ring. Junior brother, my name is Huang Hu. Go down. I will reward you generously after the task is completed. At this time, a burly man looked at the people in front of him, and then turned his attention to Lin again. Is this, treating me as a soft persimmon? Seeing this, Lin muttered to himself. Senior brother, I'm sorry I can't obey your order. In that case, junior brother, you better be careful. After Huang Hu finished speaking, a layer of purple light appeared on his right fist, and he punched Lin in the chest. Junior brother, you better be careful, this is a yellow-level top-grade Thunder Fist. Huang Hu laughed. Seeing this, Lin shook his head. Although the punch in front of him was majestic, in his eyes, it was no different from a child's punch. In order to prevent Lin Zisheng from noticing something wrong, Lin turned slightly and avoided Huang Hu's fist, then he grabbed Huang Hu's shoulder and pushed forward. Tat tat tat. Huang Hu's face was filled with horror. He kept backing away until he reached the edge of the ring, his eyes filled with shock. Thank you, junior brother, for showing mercy. Huang Hu clasped his fists towards Lin, then turned and jumped off the ring. What is this person's cultivation level? Huang Hu has been at the 9th level of Qi training for 3 years. There are no more than 5 people in the entire inner sect who can fight Huang Hu head-on at the 9th level of Qi training. This junior brother's aura was not obvious just now, so I couldn't see his cultivation level clearly. I guess he is at the 9th level of Qi training at most. Seeing Huang Hu's easy defeat, the inner disciples watching the battle below discussed. I declare that the first stage is over and the draw will begin now. At this time, the 9th elder above said in a hoarse voice, a wooden box fell from the sky and came to Lin. Lin stretched out his hand and grabbed it. There was a piece of paper in the wooden box with 2 words written on it, Rendong. Rendong. It seems to be a certain inner disciple. Looking at the note in his hand, Lin muttered to himself. At this time, his heart was full of fighting spirit. He dared to say that among those present, only Lin Zisheng could catch his eye. He could easily defeat other foundation-building disciples, whether they were true disciples or inner disciples. Since everyone has finished drawing lots, let's start the first battle. The direct disciple Lin Zisheng will fight against the inner disciple Zhang Lei. Accompanied by the 9th elder's shout, 2 figures slowly walked onto the stage. Just when everyone was looking forward to it, Zhang Lei surrendered on his own initiative. So this battle, Lin Zisheng won. It is reasonable for such a thing to happen. After all, the direct disciples have many means. Although their cultivation is the same, the inner disciples still dare not provoke the direct disciples. The second battle, Lin vs Rendong. After the 9th elder finished speaking, Lin stepped onto the stage. In front of him was a man with a long sword on his back and his eyes covered with black cloth. Damn, it's Brother Ren. This junior brother is in trouble. Who said it wasn't? Brother Ren has been sharpening his sword for 10 years. At this time, the sword energy in the sword behind him has been fully developed. Once it is unsheathed, even the cultivators in the middle stage of foundation building are not opponents. When the inner disciples saw Rendong, they talked about it. Go ahead, I'm afraid if I make a move first, you won't even have a chance to react. Rendong said coldly, without any emotion in his tone. What a pretentious guy. This was Lin's first thought at this time. Chapter 50 The extremely arrogant Lin Zisheng. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at Rendong, who was extremely pretentious, Lin was speechless. I have given you a chance. If that's the case, I will make a move. Seeing that Lin was hesitant to make a move, Rendong put 2 fingers of his right hand together as a sword and slashed at Lin. Suddenly, a blazing sword light slashed at Lin. Seeing this, Lin said in his heart. The devil has no trace. In an instant, Lin's figure turned into a residual shadow in front of the disciples. After a few steps, he came behind Rendong and punched behind Rendong. Boom! Rendong had no time to react at all. His whole body was directly knocked off the ring by Lin's punch, and blood kept spitting out of his mouth. In order not to kill anyone, Lin only used 1/3 of his strength for this punch. If he had used all his strength, Rendong might have died. How? How is it possible? Puff. Rendong, lying on the ground, spit out a large mouthful of blood and fainted. At this time, the whole audience was in an uproar. Rendong is the recognized number 1 among the inner disciples, especially his great river sword. Even those in the middle stage of foundation building have to avoid the sharp edge when the sword is out. So soon, defeated? Not bad, quite interesting. At this time, the beautiful woman in the air looked at Yi Lin with a smile on her face. The old man beside him stroked his beard, his eyes flickering. Ren Dong versus Yi Lin wins. At this time, the ninth elder above shouted. It's confirmed, junior brother Yi must be in the foundation building stage. Oh no, it's senior brother Yi. How can senior brother Yi be so powerful? Too awesome, right? The disciples below cheered. This is going to be difficult, the early stage of foundation building, tut tut tut. Next to Lin Zisheng, a chubby disciple was laughing, and Lin Zisheng looked ugly at this time. He hadn't seen him for a month. How could he be in the foundation building stage now? So what if you are in the foundation building stage? Killing you is just like butchering a dog. Lin Zisheng sneered in his heart. You know, he has built a third-grade Dao platform. Yi Lin is only a second grade at best, right? So what if he is in the foundation building stage? Those below the third-grade Dao platform are all ants. This is the confidence of Lin Zisheng. The battle went on little by little. When the second draw was made, Yi Lin was left out. There was no way. There were 5 people left. It was normal to be left out. Half an hour later, there were 3 people left, Yi Lin, Lin Zisheng, and Li Miaoling. Junior sister, go down. You are not my opponent. On the stage, Lin Zisheng looked at Li Miaoling in front of him, his eyes flashed with admiration, and then he said gently. In that case, senior brother, I will go down. Li Miaoling smiled sweetly and then flew off the stage. Since the direct disciple Li Miaoling has admitted defeat, the last match will be between the direct disciple Lin Zisheng and the inner disciple Yi Lin. At this time, the ninth elder shouted, and Yi Lin stepped onto the stage. As the saying goes, enemies are particularly jealous when they meet. At this time, an inexplicable breath was released on the stage, and the air was filled with a strong smell of gunpowder. What's going on? These 2 people seem to have a deep hatred. I can feel the strong smell of gunpowder between the 2 people even when I stand in the audience. This battle will definitely be exciting. The disciples under the stage were talking about it. So what if you have entered the foundation building stage? You don't understand the gap between the foundation building stages at all. Lin Zisheng slowly drew out the long sword behind him, with a sneer on his face. Then I have to ask my senior brother for advice. Yi Lin said in a deep voice. At this time, Lin Zisheng's speed of drawing the sword suddenly increased. Before the disciples in the audience could see clearly, a scorching sword light slashed towards Yi Lin. Sword cuts the heaven and earth. 7 killing fists, kill. Yi Lin's eyes narrowed slightly, his right hand clenched into a fist, and the aura of the foundation establishment stage was no longer hidden. He punched towards the sword light. Boom, with a loud bang, the originally fierce sword light was directly shattered by Yi Lin's punch, and Yi Lin retreated 3 steps and stood firmly on the ring. Lin Zisheng's feet did not move at this time. You are very good to be able to take my sword. Seeing this, Lin Zisheng was slightly surprised. This sword, ordinary foundation establishment stage can't take it at all. Hiss, so strong, especially the punch that senior brother Yi just threw. If it landed on me, I might have died suddenly. Under the stage, a foundation establishment stage inner sect disciple said solemnly, and hearing this, the disciples around him took a breath of cold air. Even the senior brother in the foundation building stage said so they would be blown up with 1 punch. Interesting, you didn't use your full strength. What secret do you have? At this time, the beautiful woman watching the battle in the sky looked at Yi Lin, and she was very interested in him. Then she stretched out her white and tender fingers and pointed out. An ray of light covered the entire ring. From the outside, nothing can be seen clearly. As a Jindan stage, she can see the clues at a glance. Yi Lin didn't use his full strength at all, or in other words, he didn't even use half of his strength. What is this person worried about? And the 2 people in the center of the ring also noticed the change. Someone covered the ring. Yi Lin looked around and saw a yellowish-brown light appearing on the edge of the ring. This light can block perception, which means that the ring has been isolated by a great man with great magic power. Just what I want. At this time, Lin smiled. He had too many secrets and it was not easy to expose them. However, at this time, he could use them with confidence. Someone blocked the ring, which means that the person who made the move had no ill will towards him, and this light curtain is not something that can be used by the Foundation building period. The person who made the move is most likely the mysterious 10th Elder. 7 killing fists, kill. Lin snorted coldly and punched Lin Zisheng. Sword cuts the world, cut. Seeing Lin's aggressive momentum, Lin Zisheng did not dare to be careless. He immediately mobilized all his spiritual power and slashed with a sword. A shocking sword light appeared, as if to split the entire arena in two. The next moment, Lin punched the sword light, and the originally extremely powerful sword energy was directly blasted away by Lin's punch. Boom. At this time, Lin's momentum did not decrease, and he punched Lin Zisheng in the chest, blasting Lin Zisheng away. Lin Zisheng's body hit the edge of the arena and lay on the arena in a mess. I didn't expect that within a month, you have grown to such a level. I underestimated you. At this time, Lin Zisheng stood up in a mess, looking at Lin, and said in a grim tone. But you exposed yourself too early. Lin Zisheng suddenly laughed, and then his whole body was wrapped in a purple flame. Did you see it clearly? Xian level upper grade spiritual fire. Today, I will kill you. Lin Zisheng was wrapped in spiritual fire all over his body, like a god descending from heaven, extremely arrogant. Seeing this scene, Lin felt a little weird. Xian level upper grade spiritual fire, not good enough. However, at this time, the spiritual fire was blessed by a mysterious force, and it became even more powerful. Even Lin in the distance could feel a slight burning sensation. Now I have the blessing of Xian level upper grade spiritual fire, and I am a third-grade Taoist platform. What can you use to beat me? At this time, Lin Zisheng said arrogantly to Lin. Lin knew in his heart that Lin Zisheng was using a psychological strategy. If it were someone else, he would probably be desperate at this time. Then Lin Zisheng defeated him forcefully, and perhaps the defeated person's Tao heart was broken. First make you feel desperate, and then defeat you in despair, so that you have no chance of turning over in this life.